Welcome to this Dell Corporation Quality Management System presentation, ISO 9001-2015, Section 6.1. Actions to address risk and opportunities. QMSP 6.1-001 was written to establish a procedure and process to identify and control risk associated with potentially negative effects on product delivery and product quality. The procedure identifies the techniques, tools and the organization's methods for risk identification, assessment, and mitigation. While ISO 9001-2015 does not call for it, the organization maintains a procedure to manage risk. QMSP 6.1001 is the procedure that outlines how the organization manages risk and opportunities for improvement. Its main purpose is to establish a procedure and process to identify and control risk associated with potentially negative effects on product delivery and product quality. It also identifies the techniques, tools and the organization's methods for risk identification, assessment, and mitigation. Risk is defined by the organization as the effect of uncertainty on expected results. The organization shall identify risk, assess the likelihood of occurrence and impact of the identified risk, and to develop activities to minimize or mitigate potential negative effects on product quality and/or product delivery. Quality management system planning regarding risk management shall be accomplished with consideration for the following. Ensuring the quality management system facilitates meeting planned objectives and can enhance desired effects, preventing, minimizing, or mitigating undesired effects, facilitates continual improvement, adequacy of resources and work environment, product and/or customer-specified requirements, and/or legal, statutory, and/or other applicable requirements. Quality management system planning regarding risk management shall be accomplished with consideration for the following: product conformity, customer satisfaction, opportunities for improvement, management of change opportunities. The organization has developed several tools to identify, assess, and manage associated threats to product quality and/or delivery. The methods in which the organization manages risk include the following: QMF 6.1001 Risk Assessment, ACE Project, Project Management Software, Preventive Action Module, Recognized Heightened Risk Potential, Corrective Action Module, Risk Mitigation, Nonconformance Reporting, Risk Management, Emergency Response Report, found on www.dellquality.com. Managing risk. The organization shall identify the appropriate risk management tools to use when considering potential negative effects on product quality and/or delivery of products and services. Risk may be assessed using any one or combination of risk management tools for managing a perceived heightened risk threat or for a recognized opportunity for improvement to mitigate potential effects of risk scenarios. QMF 6.1001 is a quality management system form that provides the user a structured means of addressing risk. It has been developed to quantify and index potential undesired events to guide the organization for further processing of risk events. In assessing and managing risk, two factors shall be considered: the possibility of occurrence and the potential severity of the occurrence if realized. QMF 6.1001 relies on user input and provides a graphic representation, or risk index, to assess risk in relation to the possibility of occurrence and the severity should the event occur. This risk management tool focuses on individual events and must be accomplished, if used, for subsequent risk identification events. This document is not required should risk be managed in any of the above listed quality management tools. QMF 6.1001 is an outstanding tool to visually present the probability of a risk occurrence and the magnitude of a realized occurrence, but because of the other tools used daily to assess risk, this form in support of information gathered from other tools is generally used when a documented risk assessment is required by a customer representative. ACE Project is the project management tool used by the organization to manage tasks associated with projects and product realization. Each project task line contains details about the tasks required for the project product realization process. As tasks are set up in the system, the details field may be used to enter identified risks and any mitigation activities. Once set up, if risks are identified, the Notes section of the task may be used to enter details of the identified risk and any mitigation activities. The Active Project page allows for real-time management of risk events and provides a historical reference of mitigation activities. This method does not provide a severity index and relies on the user to accurately describe risk conditions and mitigation activities. The Prevention Action Module. Risk management is by nature a preventive concept. Activities where there is a recognized heightened risk potential shall be developed to eliminate the causes of risk before they are fully realized. The Preventive Action Module in QISS is another tool developed by the organization that may be used to identify risk, assess threats, and develop mitigation activities. This tool should be used for individual risk events and provides a transparent framework for identifying threats, assess the causes of risk, and maintains assignment responsibilities for mitigating risk. If the risk is identified as heightened or imminent, it should be addressed and then documented in QISS. The Corrective Action Module is a quality management system tool that may be used to manage risk and determine intermediate actions to mitigate the effects of risk when risk events are fully realized. The Corrective Action Module is also used to evaluate and determine the root cause of such risk events to minimize the possibility of recurrence. It is accessed in the CPAR module of QISS. Select Corrective Actions from the drop-down menu to select corrective action. The Nonconformance Reporting module, also accessed in QISS, is a quality management system tool that may be used to manage risk events, determine intermediate actions, develop root cause, and to forecast risk events that were not identified prior to the realization of the risk event and could be problematic for future business activities. Root cause determination and subsequent corrective measures shall be determined and adequate to minimize the possibility of the recurrence of the risk event. Trend analysis for risk events may be accomplished in the Nonconformance Reporting module with data presented in the Management Review. The following factors shall be considered when selecting the appropriate quality management system tool for identifying and processing associated risks. Facility, equipment availability and maintenance, supplier performance and material availability, supply, current and future workload, availability of competent person. Where it has been determined that risk associated with product delivery and quality is elevated, mitigation actions shall be assessed and accomplished to eliminate or, at a minimum, minimize the potential negative effects of the associated risk. Risk mitigation may also be an activity associated with nonconformance reporting, corrective, and/or preventive action. Records of risk assessments and associated mitigation activities shall be maintained in accordance with QMSP 7.3.1-003 Control of Records. In closing, oft-times the first reaction to recognizing a potential risk event is the catalyst to understanding and controlling the risk event. In other cases, it's the reaction to an actual risk event occurrence. The sense of urgency the organization must react with to determine the possibility of a risk occurrence may occur and the magnitude of the event after the risk event is realized. Just remember that there is no event too small when responding to a possible risk event. As always, should you have any questions about this, or any other quality management system requirement, contact Danny Seymour at danny@deltank.com. Call or text him at 337-224-2873, or stop by his office to have conversation. And remember, it's always a good day at Dell.